I lent him.
Oh, you lent him money. And did you get the money back?
Not yet.
And
Hold on.
What's up?
Hold on. You see how, like, hey, she was waiting for this moment her whole life. I'll be able to call him out in person in real life in front of people. Maybe I'll get my money back then. Why did he back up like it was news to him? Sir, you borrowed the money. Why are you acting like it's news to you? He go, did I? I did not. Yo, what's poppin', GE? Gang. Check this out, man. Before we get to this banger, make sure you hit that reaction playlist. That's where you're going to find all 80 to almost 100 videos, I believe, is in that. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can tap into, when you're done with this reaction video, you can go tap into another one without having to scour the channel. You feel me? Today we about to tap into stuff we talk about all the time, real relatable stuff. Listen, if you're in financial crisis, in this inflation, do not lend friends or family any money because you're not going to get it back more than likely 99.92875%. You're not going to get that money back. So unless you got it like that and you know once you lend that money that you're never going to get it, please don't give out no money, man. Then turn around and lose a friendship over it, or even be more stressed out that that money that you gave up you wanted to use for a bill, and now that person is to dodge you and give you every excuse why they haven't got your money. Listen, people are borrowing money. This is one thing I know. Two things for certain. If somebody's borrowing money, that lets me know they are in a financial crisis. You feel me? I've been there. I've done that. That means I'm already in debt, right? That means I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. So the first thing I do before I give you your money back is make sure my rent's paid, my car note, my life insurance. And if I got money left to give your money back, I'm going to give it back. If I'm only left with $20, I'm going to be ducking and dodging you like a motherfucker. I ain't going to lie to you. And that's most people. That's why I don't like to borrow money. Because I don't care if you got it. You just hate giving back money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I just don't like to borrow it, bro. I'll go without before I ask somebody money because I'm not going to lose a friendship over something that I want to pay my person back, my friend or whatever. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? But people fall out, and then it becomes disrespect when you feel like you got to chase your own money down, and then you feel bad for asking somebody for the money that you let them borrow. It's crazy how this world works. So it's best not to even lend that money, and then you're going to have to understand I don't got it. Or I'm not trying to lose this friendship. I'm not going to let you borrow no money because I know you. You know what I'm saying? You've borrowed money from plenty of people, friends and family, and you have never returned the money to them. I'm sorry, bro. I love you, but it ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you try to figure out a side hustle for you to get some money for sure. I'm going to tap in with that. But as far as you giving my money, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and tap into the video and see a lot of people talking about it because a lot of people have done it and they learn the hard way. You feel what I say? We like to learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah. We're going to bump our head sometime, though.
It's never good. Money and friends don't mix.
in this month's Money Magazine, our face-to-face column is all about those challenging conversations you have after you've lent money to a friend or a relative and you're trying to get it back.
I've lent money.
How'd that work out?
Not well.
Did you ever have any trouble collecting?
For my brother, yes.
Just asked if they were going to pay you, and they just get mad. And
Hello, where's my check for 200? It's time.
Sometimes you're more self-conscious to ask for it back than it is even they to pay you back.
I learned my lesson long time ago.
Did you ever get the money back?
No. Am I going to end a friendship over something as silly as money?
Thought you were doing them a favor. Sometimes they take advantage of that.
I have lent some money.
How'd that work out?
Worked out great, yes.
Yeah, I loan money to some people, and I usually recovered about half of it, and after that I stopped fighting.
What would you get?
Just labor, food, different things, leverage on people. Yeah.
As a friend, felt like as long as I was getting mutual friendship back and generosity, not just monetary.
I lent him.
Oh, you lent him money. And did you get the money back?
Not yet.
And
Hold on.
what's up?
Hold on. You see how, hey, she was waiting for this moment her whole life. I'll be able to call him out in person, in real life, in front of people. Maybe I'll get my money back then. Why did he back up like it was news to him? Sir, you borrowed the money. Why are you acting like it's news to you? He go, did I? I did not. How dare thee? That's how it came. It came off like he didn't know he borrowed the money and didn't pay it back, bro. He just got embarrassed that she called him out at a TV show host or a news anchor in front of everybody. How dare you? That was our little secret type. Oh my God. Hell nah.
Yeah, bro. Never lend your friends money. There's a saying out there that goes, never a borrower nor a lender be. This pretty much means don't give out no money that just don't give out money. Don't give out money to your friends or your family, and don't be a person to ask people for money either. It creates a lot of chaos. It creates a lot of just drama, a lot of issues, and it kills relationships for real, for real. The main reason you shouldn't give anybody money, especially friends or family, is because, I know you want to help them out and everything, and, that's who you love. You want to make sure they're taken care of. But when you give your friends or family money, think about it like this. They're already at a deficit. They're already broke for the most part if they're asking you for money. If you lend them money while they're already broke, they're already in a place where they're having a hard time getting more money, whether it be from income or investments or whatever. If you're giving them money in that position where they're already broke and they're already going downhill, what makes you think that they're going to pay that shit back? And if they are able to pay you back, it's going to be a while from now because they have to do a lot of work to get back up. Because clearly whatever they're doing right now isn't working. And it hasn't been working for a while if they've been broke to the point where they have to ask you for money. Then on top of that, think about it like this too. Everybody has their own life and own bills and own expenses to take care of. It's very, very hard for us to take care of ourselves alone as is. With our incomes and all that, it's already hard enough for everybody to take care of themselves anyway. So when you're picking up more debt, it's so hard to pay that debt off because you're barely even making ends meet to survive and pay bills on time. You're living check to check already. So it's pretty hard for people to pay debt. That's why so many Americans and people, period, are in credit card debt and just student loans and all this stuff, period, because it's already hard living off the one check that you make every 2 weeks anyway. Like, debt is like the last of the priorities when you're trying to just make enough money to eat and pay rent on time. You get what I'm saying? So when you lend somebody some money, you might as well count that shit a loss because it's very hard for people to sustain as is, and then to have debt and pay that back, that's not on nobody's mind. Plus, a lot of times it's not really even in anybody's means to do so. So when you decide to let a friend borrow money, you're doing both of you guys a disservice because now you're about to ruin that relationship by giving them the money. You're better off saying no and let them be salty about that than to put them in a position to where they owe you and they're not paying you back. Right. Because now you guys are going to get in a situation like you're in right now. You're trying to sue the person, take them to court. You guys are for sure going to fall out. I'm just telling you right now. So I know so many people who deal with this, who lend friends money and they never get it paid back. And people just go on living their regular everyday lives and buying all this stuff. Yeah, like you don't want to be one of those people giving money or borrowing money. Don't do it. This is why it's very important, once again, for you to take care of your responsibilities and make sure you're not owing anybody. Make sure you're not borrowing any money, or you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in that position. This is why it's so important for you to make sure your income is solid, whether it be your earned income or investing. And this is exactly why I'm teaching people to invest, to get out of the cycles of having to borrow money from people and be in the situation. Like, you just don't want that, bro. Being a successful person, bro, you need to surround yourself with people who have their stuff together. And I know hardships happen, and I get it. This is real life. Everybody lives and stuff. Everybody goes through stuff. I go through stuff. But for the most part, you don't want to be around people that need money. And if you are giving money to people and lending money to people, let it be for investment purposes. You get what I'm saying? And even in investment purposes, do not do business with family. Do not do business with friends. You're going to be in the same situation. Do business with strangers or people that you met through business if you're going to do business with them. Don't do it with family, okay? So as far as lending money to friends and family, off limits completely. Stay out of situations like this, bro. Oh, and if you're going to give somebody money, give it to them as a grant and just call it a day. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a position, bro, where I was broke as a joke. It was like sometimes, like not that long, it was like a year ago or something. And my friend looked out for me, man, and I didn't even ask him for the money. He sent me $1,000 to get back on my feet. And he didn't expect it back, he didn't ask for it back. I told him I would pay him back, he said, don't even worry about it. If you're gonna lend somebody money, do it that way. I've done it the same way when I had friends that...
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you're going to lend some money to somebody, at this point, it's not lending. It's just helping out a friend or family member because especially if you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I don't want to feel no type of way. I know I might not get the money back. I'd rather just give it to you and know I just did a good deed than to think I'm getting my money back and we go through this whole BS. Man, I'm going to save me and you and the drama. You know what I'm saying? Because you might know in your head you might not be able to give me back the money, or you might not. But in my head, I know it's a possibility, so I'm going to go ahead and kill that whole notion. Bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Here's $1,000. Cool. But you know, I'm up in my crypto. I'm up in my stocks. I'm up on YouTube. I'm up in my job. What, bro? I got you $1,000. Cool. I'm just gonna go double back on my hustle and make some more money. Listen, this is what I got for you, man. Do what you do, whatever. Cool. Do it like that, because it's gonna save you a whole lot of trouble and potentially losing a friend and or feeling a certain way towards a family member. You know what I mean? Like, you're always gonna love your family, but you don't want to be just so you see that person at the cookout or at the barbecue at the family reunion, and you just try to avoid them because you're salty or mad because they haven't offered to give you the money back. They haven't mentioned giving you your money back. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes awkward type. You know what I'm saying? So we want to avoid that, but I would suggest just not even calling it lending the money. Just, bro, I got you. Or sis, I got you. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's easier that way.
Needed money. If I gave them money, I never ask for it back. If I'm going to give somebody money, I never ask for it back. And if I give it to them, I'm already expecting not to receive it back. You need to have that kind of mentality if you're going to be giving people money. Trust me.
One thing I don't do anymore is lend people money, because they always say they're going to pay you back on a certain day, and they never do. And how you going to get mad at me for me asking about where's my money at when you're the one that owes me money? And what really gets me tight is when they out here buying random stuff, going to the mall, going to the movies, all this stuff, when they still owe you money. Like, dang, where my money at? And it's like, how do you always have money to buy weed, nicotine, alcohol, but never have money for anything else? Like, I feel like people's priorities be getting mixed up all the way. Like, if you stop prioritizing drugs and addictions, maybe you will have some money.
All right, y'all. Help me help my sister settle this debate. So, if somebody borrowed money from you yesterday and they said they will pay you back today, are you expecting that money back by a certain time? Or are they good to pay you by 11:59 p.m. today? Or at a certain time, are you getting suspicious and getting upset because that person hasn't paid you back right now?
That's a great question. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to feel a certain way if I don't have my money by a certain time. I'm not going to lie to you. If I know my friend gets off work at 3 o'clock and they got paid, I know they pay this on a Friday, they got off at 3 o'clock. If I don't have my money by 4, 5, 6, I'm automatically going to get suspicious and be like, damn, I'm not a priority. Bro ain't trying to tell you going to shoot me my back as soon as you got your paycheck. I know you off work. I'm going to start feeling suspicious already. Yeah, yes, that's a great question. I think most people will expect their money back at a certain time. Not 11:59 almost the next day type when you sleep in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Man, tell your sister. Certain time we expect our money back. I think that's for most people. I ain't gonna lie to you because I know I'm one of them. Don't be trying to send me my money back, or it's getting 11 o'clock at night and I ain't heard from you. I'm already like, well, I guess I ain't getting my money back. I knew I should have let them borrow no money.
For example, right now it's 8:07, and the person that borrowed money from you yesterday and said they would pay you back today, you haven't heard from them yet. Let me know.
I let a friend borrow money. That's where I fucked up. He's like, I'll pay you back. I swear, this date. She didn't pay me back on the date. That trust, gone. She keep making up excuses why she can't pay me back, but then I look at her story. This bitch got 4 beers lined up at a restaurant. That's expensive. And she be smoking weed, and she be smoking vapes. Those are expensive habits. Moral of the story, there's shitty people in shitty situations. Don't help them out.
Okay, can anybody understand where I'm coming from when I say this? And when I say this, I'm meaning I am tired of being the rich, wealthy friend in my friend group. Sometimes it gets very overwhelming and it gets very draining when you're expected to cover, or you feel like you have to cover all aspects of the outings, the innings, the dinner, brunches, clubs, bottles, trip itineraries, like everything pretty much, or like certain things you want to do. And the group of friends you have, realistically you can't do it with them. So you have to pay to have fun or like do it with them because you don't want to do it alone. Does anybody understand this, or am I just being like extra?
Nah.
But I don't feel like I am. Because when I talk to some of my other friends, they understand. But I know it's a thing called elevating your circle, and I am working on that this year. But I just want to know, does anybody else feel that way, like in their friend group? And if so, how did you get past this? And how did you elevate?
It's so funny that you will lend your friend or borrow your friend money, and at the end of the day, you will lose your friendship and you will still lose the money. I don't get it. If you borrow money from someone, right, you should be able to tell the person, I'm going to give you this money back on so and so date. If you cannot meet up with the date, your brain, your sense should tell you that you should get back to the person and, communicate. Talk to the person. Don't just block the person or keep the person on suspense or keep the person on hold and let this person be worried about our money. And when she now calls you, you ignore the call, or you'll be like, you are disturbing me too much on top of this money now. Are you okay? Are you okay? Common sense should tell you, when you have an agreement of paying back the money at a certain time, call the person. If you're unable to pay back at that time, let the person know that I'm so sorry. These are the reasons, or this is the reason why I cannot pay this money at this time. The person will know. Not that you keep the person on suspense. It doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, you now make the person look bad. People like us that want to borrow or lend money, we will now go back there to go and borrow money. They will now tell us there's no money. It is not good. Stop denying for us. At least let the person know why you cannot return the money back at that time. And when you have the money, don't use the money for another thing. Please return the person's money. Don't be like, I have the money at this time, but please, something came up. I have to use it. Share the person that borrowed you money. Share the person does not need money for something else, Please, if you have borrowed somebody money, or someone has borrowed you money and you have acted foolish, or someone has acted foolish, or you've lost the friendship due to borrow me money, I borrowed you money, let me hear the story in the comment section. Follow for more.
When I was first starting my personal finance journey, I had a friend that was a really successful real estate developer and broker. And I asked him how he deals with friends and family wanting to borrow money. And he had a really unique approach. He said that every year he set aside $1,000, and whoever asked first to borrow money, he would let them borrow it up to $1,000. If that person paid it back, then he would be able to relend whatever amount up to $1,000 to the next person that asked. But if they didn't pay it back, then everybody else was out of luck for the rest of the year. So I always thought that was interesting. It's not quite what I do. I have a different method, which I'll talk about later, but wanted to hear people's take on that.
Have y'all ever fell out with a friend over some money? Because I have. So I've been seeing the Ari and Tucson situation happening on social media. I don't know if it's real or not. But back in, I want to say maybe about 2 years ago, I had a friend and we both were in the same industry. So kind of both did dispatching, compliance, all of that, or whatever. So she came to me and she was like, friend, I'm putting on a conference. I want you to be a part of it, and I want you to teach the dispatching portion of it. It'll be a 2-day conference. How much would you charge? So me as a friend, I want to look out for you. So I'm like, I'll charge $400, just to teach the dispatching part, to speak to them and tell them, A through Z or whatever. So she never tells me how much she's charging each person for this conference, right? So then she comes back and she says, okay, so I want you to put all of your training material in a book for them. So they'll be able, once they finish the conference, if they want to go teach dispatching as well, they can go do that. I also want you to put all of your software that you use for dispatching on a computer that I'm going to give them as well.
That's already suspicious. It's like you trying to get all my intel and my info for you to go make money off, or whoever to go make money out of, off of, except for me, the person that I have the software and the knowledge. My spidey senses is tingling. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday, baby. I'm not doing none of that you asking me to do. I will teach it and get the information I want to give, but I'm not putting everything I know in a book for somebody else to go make some money off of. You're lost your gosh mind.
You want me to do what? $400. Remind you, at the time, my self-paced course was almost $400. So I'm making $400 per person off of self-paced course. So after that situation, I kind of stopped dealing with her. I didn't do the conference. I let her know that I was not comfortable with it. I felt like at the time, you was my friend. You should have been like, friend, you know, $400 not enough. So I see her posting a flyer on social media, right? Y'all know she's charging each person $1,200 to $1,500, which no problem at all. You know, get your money. You know your worth. Get your money. But I feel like, ma'am, you should have said, Tiana, you sure you don't want no more money? Y'all, she never did that once.
Man.
She never did it once. I just stopped communicating with her. I just never reached back out to her. We both just never reached back out to each other. And that was the end of our little friendship.
Good. She did you a favor by not reaching back out, and you did yourself a favor by not reaching back out to her. She knew she was wrong. As soon as you stopped communicating with her and she heard nothing from you, she already knew what it was about. You feel me? Let them go. Because she going to do it to the next friend, and next friend, and next friend. She's charging these people $1,200, and she wants to pay you $400. Yeah. Yeah, that was God's doing right there, baby. Get up out of here. Go get that from somebody else. Go use and manipulate somebody else. It ain't gonna be me. You feel me? Listen, we talk about it all the time, man. It gets on my nerves, and I hate it the most when just because you might have it, your friends, family, whatever, think they have it. In most cases, that's the true fact, right? But in most cases, it's like, damn, I put in the work, I put in the hard labor, this and that to get here. I know I did it. Why can't you do it? Especially when we're around each other and we're going off each other's brain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm giving you the game. Why can't you go do the same thing? Because you'd rather just think you got it because I got it? Man, if I don't make enough this month, I know my boy got me, or I know my brother got me. No, I'm tired of people thinking they have it because we have it. That's just what it is. Best way to do it, in my opinion, is either don't give the money at all, or give the money and know you're not going to give it back. That way it's not being lent, it's just being given. Just think God's going to come back and give you that 10 times over. That's how I'm going to live my life, because that's how I move now. When I get hit up for money, I just give it, and I'm not getting it back. Hopefully it's going to come back to me in what I'm already doing, my side hustles. I'm grinding. It's going to pay off in a major way, just because not only am I grinding and doing my own thing, I'm being a giver, which is, I love giving. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like being used. Use me, but do not misuse me. That's my shit. That's my mantra. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with being used. Just don't misuse me. But yeah, drop in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, man. You guys in this situation, how do you guys land? How do you guys give? How do you guys feel about being used, misused? Friends, family, brother, whatever, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, drop in the comment section. This is something we always going to talk about, because people always going to have their hand out, and they always going to think they got it because you got it. No different than the person that made it to the NFL, NBA. The whole family think they made it because he got a $30 million contract, and that's not how it go. I promise you it's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make sure you hit over to that reaction playlist. Tap into all the videos. We got about almost 100, if not 100. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Fushnigga_ENT. Keep on sending me the DMs of the video, the links that you want me to react to. That way we make sure every video hits this channel, something that you want to watch, I want to react to, and we can watch together like we sit in the living room, Indian style, watching movies. You feel me? I'm rocking with y'all till the wheels fall off. It's your boy Fushnigga. I'm going to catch you guys in the next reaction video. Stay down till we come up. Stop being used. Stop being misused. Get out of debt so we can live this life that we put here to live, and not always be in some type of depression and stressed out. Who wants to live life like that? We got to go through some shit, though, to get through it. But once we get through it, we can really start enjoying life. But we got to put some work in. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to come back to us in a major way. It's your boy Fushnigga. Gone.